All right, the next sales tactic that we're going to speak about is going to be another advanced one called chalking up. Now, this one might just be the most powerful sales tactic if you know how to use it right. Essentially, what you are doing is you're putting them in a train of thought of your choice and you're keeping them there in it. So, for what you are trying to do is you are trying to put them in a thought of your choice that you're making them go into that thought, and then you're going to keep them in that thought. So, for example, if I want them to be happy, what I can say, I can do stuff like this. Ready? Yeah, so with all the money you guys saved going solar, what do you see yourself doing with that? Like, oh, I don't know, we haven't been on a vacation, in quite some time. We might go, so now what he's thinking is a vacation, which is a good thought, and he's tying it to solar. But what I'm not gonna do is get off the track. Once I have him in that thought, I'm gonna bring him deeper and deeper into it until he can fully envision everything. So what I'm gonna do is ask another question. This is how you keep them in it. You can lead them deeper and deeper in by asking more and more questions. So then, we've never been on vacation. Oh, that's so cool. Where do you guys plan on going? Yeah, we might go to Croatia. Oh, that's awesome. I've never been there before. Have you been? Like, is this the first time? Have you been before? Oh, no, you haven't either. Oh, cool. Have you kind of been to Europe before? Traveled? Oh, yeah, you have been, but never Croatia. Wow, that's awesome. What would you say is the reason that you want to go to Croatia? Like, was there anything that was kind of bringing you guys there? Or you just want to see a new country? And then, and then as you can see, what I'm doing is I'm bringing him more and more into this, and then ultimately what is going on is you're tying it back to solar, to where it's like, in order for him now, because now he's in such an uplifted state, to where he's so happy, he's like already envisioning how things are going to go out there, and he's in a good feeling. I'm going to tie it back to where the only way that he can get there is by going solar. So again, this is used to bring out emotions, whether they're good or bad, and then you can use them in your favor. So we just spoke about a good one. Now let's speak about a bad one. So there's two ways to identify. So you can either get somebody in a good state of mind and tie that to solar, or you can get somebody in a bad state of mind and tie that to solar. How you do that with getting them in a bad state of mind is you identify a pain point. So let's just say, for example, this lady that I'm talking to, her name's Martha. And Martha's family was a part of the fires out here that PG&E started, and the family lost their home. So, and Martha tells me that, in the close or whatever, let's say it just comes up, and I'm like, and she talks to me about the fires, I'll be like, oh my God, like, was everything okay? Did all your family make it out okay? And she's like, yeah. I was like, did they lose their home? What ended up happening? Oh, they lost their home? Oh my God, that is so terrible. What, was it just out of nowhere? Did they know the fires were even it was they weren't even ready for it? Did the insurance cover everything? No, they didn't, and they had to relocate. Oh my, this is such bad things that you're talking about here, Martha. Like, holy cow, screw PG&E, right? And then I'm going to tie it back and be like, yeah, that's so unfortunate. I've talked to so many people that have been in the fires. It's just not you guys. And it really took a toll on a lot of people. Now, that's also one of the cool things about going solar, and the reason why the state's been trying to get more homeowners than ever to look into going solar is because now we're taking all this pressure off of PG&E's grid lines. So hopefully, there will come a day where we'll never have to worry about fires like that, and things like this that happen to you will never have to happen to anybody else down the road. What I just did there is tied in the cost of, hey, if you're going solar, I know that pain that you're feeling, you won't have to have anybody else feel that same pain, which is now tying it back to solar and another reason for them to go solar. So you can use it both good and bad, and remember, you want to put them in that train of thought and keep asking them more questions to keep them there to get all those emotions out, and then tie it back to solar.